Today we're taking a look at these Air Jordan 14, specifically in this ginger colorway. Now let me get right into it, man. Are the Air Jordans dead? In general, are they dead? I'm baffled, bewildered, straight up mind blown. I feel like it's been ages since this many clean looking retros have sat on shelves. I mean, I've been collecting sneakers strong since the early 2000s. And there have always been ups and downs with the sneaker market. I remember when the Raging Bulls pack was sitting on shelves. When I got the Countdown pack with the 2s and 21s for $150. So it's safe to say that these things are cyclical. Like the OG Isaac Newton once proclaimed, what comes up must come down. And then back up again, then back down again, you know. Well, today we have another shelf clean. And my first Jordan 14 in a while, the Air Jordan 14 in the ginger colorway. First, we're going to go through a quick history lesson about the Air Jordan 14. Then we'll take a deep dive into the history of the ginger colorway before I give you my thoughts on the sizing, build quality, and my overall opinion on the shoe. If you want to skip ahead to the meat and potatoes, do so now. Otherwise, let's get into it. The legacy of the 14 lies in the fact that it was one of the final shoes to be worn by Jordan in a Bulls uniform, sure. But it also goes down as one of the greatest performing shoes in the Jordan Signature series. It generally improved upon every aspect of the Jordan 13 before it, such as a lower asymmetrical collar for outstanding support and range of motion, full-length herringbone for better traction, and a defined upper for excellent fit and stability. Although the look may be a bit controversial, it was designed after Michael's cars. It found loyal fans for both its style and performance, with both heel and forefoot Zoom Air paired with a healthy chunk of carbon fiber along the midfoot. The 14 is often looked at as a blueprint for a performance basketball shoe. And in their original release, they come in a bunch of different colorways and a bunch of different materials. Fun fact, you will find 14 Jumpmans on this shoe. Now getting into these joints, the ginger colorway. The ginger colorway is indeed an original colorway, believe it or not. It originally released in 1999 alongside 7 other OG colorways. The 2022 version of the shoe marks the first time the shoe is retroed since its original release in 1999. Now this brings me back to my original point. It is a rare time in sneaker culture where an OG colorway, especially a quote-unquote different colorway, releases for the first time since its original counterpart and it sits on shelves. I mean, I wonder how long this might last. Now the question is, did Jordan Brand do these any justice with this 2022 release? As we take an up close look here, we'll look at the build quality of the shoe. And in general, these could have been much better. They did not do the OG colorway justice in terms of build quality and material. I'm actually a bit disappointed with them, especially with such a clean colorway. I mean, this colorway here, you have an all white toe front. It's rare for the 14s for you to see a white toe with the white claws coming up over the top on both sides. So it's essentially a white toed shoe that gradients into a yellow in the back. Like the color blocking of this is probably one of my favorites on the 14 style. As you can see, for something like this, it is pretty common for them in a primarily white shoe to have an accent toe box colorway with the whites coming through. I mean, these are clean too, but this is just a little different. These are different, you know, they stand out with the overall contrast of the back end being yellow. So I really do like the color blocking of the shoe. The yellow in general is a bit loud, but you kind of know that when buying these, you kind of know what you're getting into. Leather up here is soft, but feels thin. I mean, it is soft though. And it actually isn't too thin. It just leaves something to be desired. I mean, I guess it's on par. It's on brand with Jordan Brand. These things, they're more less quality of a shoe with good leather than they are just the cut of the shoe, right? These are like bricks on feet that look good. They're not necessarily the highest quality shoe. You don't get these for the high quality factor of them. It is what it is at this point, but nonetheless, as you can see, it came pre-scuffed a couple of times in a couple of different locations. I don't know how good the camera's gonna pick it up, but there are scuffs and some scratches in the yellow parts. It's not as clean as one would hope after spending $210. Oh, that's a quick point. They increased the prices of these. For some reason, these don't feel any more premium than another shoe, and they increased the prices to $210. I don't know if I'm out of the loop and they're doing that across the board for all retros, but these are legit $210 before tax. So in California, these are almost a $230 shoe. You know how much you could buy for $230? That's a lot of money for a single pair of shoes, man. Quite honestly. And these aren't designer shoes or designer quality. These are, you know, mass-produced, mediocre quality Jordan shoes. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan. I bought them, but it is a bit crazy, right? All right, getting back into the build quality. Only one of my pairs is pretty bad in terms of scuffing and scratches. This pair is not as bad. They do both have pimples from the mold on the white parts, on the midsole. This one is more obvious on the outer sole. You have a couple of dimples there poking through. But it is more obvious on my other pair. So my right shoe is less quality than my left, I guess. Or at least the build quality is not as good. You have a bunch of pimples throughout. Otherwise, pretty happy with them. I just realized this Jumpman looks a little goofy. Just me, you look a little goofy. Working out, his chest is swole. On the interior of the shoe, you got your 14, 2-3 back here. Your venting, for those of you with the sweaty feet and stinky feet, you can, these are up your alley. You get some venting. Only on the interior though, not on the exterior. Keep in mind that this will allow water to penetrate the shoe. I mean, you shouldn't be wearing these out in the rain or water anyways, because that'll mess the upper up. But this is a vent here, so you can see the mesh on the inside of the shoe. And I don't know if you'll pick it up here, but you can definitely see the mesh on the inside of the shoe. So it's essentially just a cutout in the shoe. There it is. It's a cutout in the shoe. So wearing these in the rain is a no-go. So now I guess the main question is, should you buy these? My immediate answer is no. I mean, unless you're a die-hard collector who must have every OG colorway, or just a huge fan of yellow or the Air Jordan 14, this is a clear pass. I mean, in my opinion, Jordan Brand always goes with the ebb and flow of the market. They release too many pairs of past releases, and so they've been sitting, which tells them that demand is dying down, probably due to the economy. And because the demand is dying down, they will produce less shoes, and all these shoes will be harder to get, which in turn builds up the hype and the demand, and there ends the never-ending cycle. I mean, that's all I have on these, folks. I'll keep putting out content because it's fun. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see additional content. And until next time.